Hey, this is Mark Ewing coming to you from my home in Colorado. Hey, listen, several years ago, I was exactly where you are now. I was out there surfing the internet, looking for a way that I could get paid to travel. Now, I don't know if you're like me or not, but I wasn't looking for your typical flight attendant job or a cruise ship job. I wasn't looking for a ski resort job. I was kind of looking for a way that I could have my cake and eat it too. And what I mean by that is I was looking for a way that I could go on adventures, trips, and vacations and basically get paid to do it. Now, who's going to pay you to do that, right? I mean, nobody's going to pay you just to go out there and travel all over the world. I guess there's that rare person that gets to go out there and critique trips and that kind of thing. But those trips, let's face it, are extremely hard to come by. They're usually given to a wife or a near relative of a high-powered exec someplace. And so the chances of landing that type of job, second to none, right? But I still went out there and I still looked and I looked and I looked. In fact, I spent a couple of years researching this, and I talked to literally hundreds of different professionals within the travel industry. And fortunately, I did come across a career that is just an amazing way to go. It's part of the leisure group travel industry, and it's probably one of the best kept secrets in the travel industry today. It's a place inside the travel industry that there's still money to be made by common, ordinary folks. It doesn't matter what your background is or what your education is. It doesn't matter. All you have to have is a passion for travel. And here's the crux. Here's why I get paid what I do to have the lifestyle that I have and everything else. There has to be some work involved, right? Well, I'm what's called a professional group travel organizer. That's the career path. And what I do is I basically have two parts to my job. The first part is that I have to plan and organize trips. Well, I do this from my home. I do this from my kitchen table. I do it as a home-based business. I do this as being self-employed. And the reason why I do that is because I want to go to places that I want to go to, right? I don't want somebody sending me to some place that they want me to go to, because nobody's going to send you to the places that you want to go to. But being self-employed allows me to pick the trips. I get to pick where I want to go, when I go, how I go, and most important, what I do when I get there. It's just awesome. And what's even more awesome is I got people inside the travel industry, excuse me, that are there to help me do this. Now, right away, I want to let you know that you don't have to be the tour guide unless you want to be. I choose not to be. You don't have to be the tour director. You don't have to be the person that schleps luggage. The beauty of this is that there's people out there in the industry, so different suppliers and vendors that are out there all over the world that will do this for you or help you do the process. Now, you can get involved as little or as much as you want to. Let's say, for example, you want to go to Italy. You can just pick a prepackaged tour that's out there to Italy and go. And maybe the whole process takes you 5 minutes to decide on the date that you want to go. On the other hand, let's say you want to go on some elaborate super adventure down the Amazon River to hunt the elusive pink dolphins and do a documentary of them down there on the Amazon River. Well, you might choose to get very involved with the process at that point. The good news is that it's totally up to you. The other good part is because of this, I don't have to be an expert in the language, the customs, the currency. I don't have to know any of that to travel to any place around the world. There's always somebody, wherever I'm going. If I want to go to Egypt, I've got my homeboy, if you will, over in Egypt that is there to help me go over there. And because he was born and raised over there, he knows the currency, he knows the customs, he knows the language. He knows everything there is to know about taking a great trip over there in Egypt. Stuff that you can't, learn about just over the internet. It's kind of like if I was coming to your hometown, who would be a better expert, me on the internet or you personally guiding me? So that's the first part of what I do, plan the trip. The second part is really where the rubber meets the road, and that's why not everybody does this. This is the work that's involved, and if you're a lazy person, this isn't for you either. There's work involved. The good news is, or the great news is that a lot of times this is equally as fun. I mean, this is just an awesome way to go. The second part about this business is organizing the group. You're getting paid to take a group of people on a trip. When I go out on a trip, I get paid per person that goes with me on the trip, plus then my trip is free, and I'll show you how that works. Where do I come up with people? Well, they are all over the place. I mean, really, who haven't you talked to lately that one of their, most people that you talk to, 99% of the people that you talk to, if you ask them what they want to do once they have some time and money, is travel. Like Family Feud. Number one, travel. They want to all travel. Where do the football players want to go after they win the Super Bowl? To Disney World. Where does Donald Trump want to go? It doesn't matter what step of life they're in or where they're at, they all want to travel. The real trick here is being able to locate a group of people that are like-minded and that would be your friends anyway. I mean, how great would it be to be able to travel the world with a group of people that are basically your friends? Well, it can and does exist. There's ways to make that happen. So if you have a passion for travel, if you love people, you got to love people. If you don't love people, this is not for you. Keep searching. But if you have that passion for travel, if you love people, and you don't mind sharing your passion for travel with other people, this could be an awesome career for you. It could give you an amazing travel lifestyle, a lifestyle of your dreams. I'm going to put some information on my website. I have actually an intro course that I give away for free that goes into all the hows and whys this career path exists. So once again, I'm going to give you a link here that you can follow up on. You'll also notice that my telephone number is out there. You feel free to call me if you want. My name is Mark Ewing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you soon.